I'm just documenting a hike I did out at Redstone or Pinto Valley, which is 25 miles east of Las Vegas. So I'll narrate these pictures first and then go on Google Earth, and then the video will uh, follow. Or I may put this after the video. I don't know. But anyway, this is where I went in. I'm already into the hike, and I'm heading up through there, right through the center of the picture. I'll go back behind. See the shadow there? I'll enter going back behind, and I'll go through this cut here of these Carnian pluvial event flood gravels at 232 million. That's what they are. Uh, Geologically, the strata that I'm hiking in was to go back behind those mountains in the first layers of the Horse Spring Formation at around 30 million years old. So looking out back north towards Valley of Fire, see this feature here, this sandstone limestone. The geologically, the strata that I will be in during the hike is below this, down in the ground. See this? It's below this, down there. It's not uncovered yet. See, it's still flat. This is just looking up Pinto Valley from the mountaintop. There's signature rock right in there. There's signature rock right there. It shows it. Now here I'm looking straight west towards Las Vegas. There's where I went in. I went through this cut and went over here and went up behind there where you see the shadow. Moenkopi water ripples. Sorry, these pictures aren't really in order. It's too hard to make them play in order. But these are like 235 million years old, these water ripples. It was as the Carnian pluvial event was just getting started. It was getting ready to start, and it was becoming more rainy. And so you had some standing water. And then what was next was the big, huge flood gravels. More ripples. These were taken on the way back. So because I know that the Carnian flood gravels are 232 million, you can date what you're seeing as you hike up Pinto Valley. Therefore, that puts these pretty much exactly 234, 235 million years old. There's where I saw the black rocks was in there. I started from over here and I came through there. There's the black rocks. I'm going to show this on Google Earth anyway. There's the black rocks, but I believe it's biotite, most likely. That's where I found the biotite, the black rocks, was right in here. Where I film it, I go, oh, what is that? It was right here, and it likely fell down from up here. There's where the mining marker was. Look at those trails, those game trails from the Rams that were established over hundreds or thousands of years. That, of course, is my backpack. And where I viewed down at Saddle 1, if I were to turn around, that's where I took the pictures looking out and of the horses and stuff. That's Saddle 1. Ram head, ram head. Okay, this Jurassic sandstone, let me explain this geologically wise quickly as to why I was up there, that I was inspecting the limestone that's up there, this stuff here. The Jurassic sandstone that we all know and love from Red Rock, Valley of Fire, and Redstone, where I was hiking, that's this erosional surface here that was sitting minding its own business, just like up at Valley of Fire. It was minding its own business, and then suddenly, uh, let's say 100 million years later, the Rainbow Guards conglomerate here flooded down because the overthrust was coming in. So this flooded down with the conglomerate and then finer conglomerate and then limestone up here. I came up from over there, from behind those hills in the middle ground, middle distance. I'm headed up to Parrot Pass, and then I'm going to cut behind up there. And I took a little break, ate a couple of salami sandwiches. You know, I've noticed when there's a ram carcass that rotted away, there's always kind of this sand. And I don't know why. See, it's not there. It's not anywhere else. But it's always there, just like that. Now I'm in Parrot Pass, and I'm going to have to struggle up that and to the right. So I want to show Pinto Valley because after I go up where I just showed, this won't be visible the entire hike until I come out the other end. Yes, it will. That on the viewpoint, I was able to view up in there. Right about center, right there, is signature rock. I'm not up on top yet. Okay, I got to get up and over that. And when I'm doing it, I won't be able to film. And that's how come people can watch desert hiking videos and visualize the hike as being much easier than what it really is. That's how people end up dead this time of year. Now I'm looking back towards the north from where I came up here. But last week, I came up from over on the other side of those mountains. I came up, worked down, and came down here, and then down and out. That's where I went last week. I've got to get up and over that saddle up there. That's saddle 1. That's not even the worst of it. But that's the first, what I'll call saddle 1. It looks like another ram skeleton is going to be up there. Somewhere up there. There wasn't. I don't know what that is, that brown thing. But there's got to be another ram skull up there. Just for the record, I'm using a cane. Wherever the skull was, I don't know. Up at the top of saddle 1. Looking back. So let's see what it looks like. See, these are game trails from the rams. See them there? That ain't from people. No. Look at where they go. Now I got to go down there. It's doable. I have to do it. it'd be easy to fall off up there. So if you go up there, you have to be careful. Remember, it could give way at any
Oh
time.
boy.
See, in the distance, that's where those horses were, off to the right. Well, that's limestone, not sandstone.
There's saddle one. I'm up on saddle one. Let me get out of the wind. Okay, I gotta go all the way down. Down, 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 and then all the way up, 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 up to saddle two.
Distances are further than they look when you get there.
See, I'm going down into that big depression. I think it would be called a cirque. You know, kind of a big depressed bowl. And I gotta go all the way back up. I usually start filming looking back from where I came.
Otherwise, you don't have any context as to where you're going. That's why I do that. There's saddle two.
Now here's this part that leads down. So I'm going to check to see if a person wanted to go down there or up it, could they? Okay, I was just up there and I'm checking this out to see if I could go down or come up it. Okay, from what I can see, you could make your way down, but then it curves to the right, out of sight. But I just don't have time to do it now. I got to stick with my main objective.
I barely made it back before dark.
Oh boy. See, I was up there.
Yeah.
Now I'm over here. Coming up on saddle two. Oh. 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 Oh.
My poor legs.
Now I gotta go down there.
Last week, the winds were about 70 miles an hour up there.
or another, I have to make it through that down there.
If only you could be there. Film doesn't do it justice.
That's where I gotta go, down through there. Now, before going down a part where I might get hurt, obviously you drink up, you hydrate up in case anything happens. Oh, brother. I hope this part goes okay. One way or another, I'm going to get down there. And if I come to a dead end, I have to be able to get back. But I'm going to go down there. I'll just be careful. So if I'm going to hurt myself, this is where it's going to be, right here. Okay, I did it. So now on to the next part. One way or another, I have to make it down from this point. I'm past the point of no return. There's saddle 2.
I'm looking back at saddle 2.
I'm just showing what's here.
Now I'm on the way down.
See, this is the part I don't like, because if I come to a cliff and there's no way around, and clearly there isn't, then I have to go back. I have to go back with, available supplies.
And that definitely happens.
I have 2 flashlights.
I definitely come to dead ends where I have to go back. It's not just a theory. It does happen.
Here we go. Can I make it? Only thing to do is keep going and find out. I'll film some of this to show what's here.
I don't just film viewpoints. Otherwise, a person watching, if they want to go up there, you have no idea what the hike is like if a person only shows viewpoints. During the worst parts, of course, you can't film, and it's important to remember that. This video isn't made for someone to watch it beginning to end. Really. It's a geology video. No snakes.
I should be able to see some snakes on the way back because the temperature is just about right.
If it's too hot, they go back down and hide.
Boy, that's what I call vertical, more than vertical.
Any of that stuff falls. Remember, you could be killed at any time. There's no controlling it. It happens all the time.
Okay, I'm going to let you see this as it happens. If it's a dead end, I'm screwed.
I thought I was going to come to a dead end, actually.
Oh, shit.
And there it was.
Oh, no. That's doable. Still no snakes.
Even the snakes are smart enough not to be up there.
Oh boy. I'm getting nervous because I'm like 3/4 of the way and I'm at the point I can't really turn back.
My experience with snakes, by the way, is that they generally aren't up at the mountaintops like you think. It's colder up there, and they're not up in the mountaintops. The snakes also migrate. They travel when it's really hot. They travel uphill, and when it's really cold, they travel downhill.
I'm just going to have to keep going. Anyway, I came from way back up in there, off to the right. Look at the different colors of the volcanics. Oh Lord, what have we here?
Big chunk of gold as big as your fist. No, I guess not.
What the hell is that?
The sparkling is incredible, and the camera doesn't show
I don't know
up.
if you can see it sparkle.
I thought I was taking a picture.
Shit. Yeah, this is astonishing, but I know the camera isn't going to show the sparkles. See, I'm going through the heart of a volcano that got ripped in half. These don't seem to be clasts. See? It's just like a change in the coloring.
I'll ask and find out.
I came down the one on the right, this one. Now I'm looking north. There's that one.
A lot of times I view
And there's
back.
that one.
I view backwards for future reference, or if somebody wants to
I
come
think
up.
this left one dead ends in stuff that's it's too steep.
That way, if they get there, they know to take the middle one.
Looking north as if you were going to head back from down in Pinto Valley, that the triple junction here, that would be good to go up and look for rocks, but to go back, take the middle one.
Right there. Once you go up
Once
in there.
you go in there, you can't go wrong because it forces you to the correct way back. Oh God, it must have been poachers. You know, that's what everybody says. They see any bone in the desert. It must have been poachers. Looks like Wizard of Oz time. I'm going to have to seek shelter. But regardless, I can tough it out because I'm almost down to where I head back, where I turn right, head back north.
At this point, I knew I had it made.
Let's see, it's raining, but I'm not quite sure which way it's going.
I had to stop and put on my raincoat.
See, this is keratin fingernail fingernail material. But these horns, they go on over the bone here. Where this one is, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is or how it got there.
It looked like somebody had, it didn't look like crap. I think it was crap that
I
got
guess
stumped.
it's crushed up crap,
It got
but
trampled
it
like
doesn't look
two.
like from a horse's. I don't know. What else can it be?
I think it got trampled after it was old and dry.
Must have been another poacher. Oh boy. There's hardly nothing left on that.
All those poachers up there.
It's starting to rain. Anyway, I'm walking right on top of the fault that tore apart Cleopatra volcano and split it in half. I'm walking right on top of the fault. Okay, I did it. And I'm joining back up with Pinto Valley. I'm in the main wash. This goes down to Lake Mead. I've been down there. To go down to Lake Mead and back is 20 miles. But now up here, like if a person goes up there, I'll have to look on Google Earth where
See
you
that
end up.
cut there? I'm going to have to go up to that and inspect that.
See the ripples of the, the standing water?
I was losing my voice.
And there's the Carnian pluvial event. That's 232, so I know I'm walking on 234.
If you go down the valley or up the valley, you're walking parallel to the Carnian pluvial event. Therefore, all the way down, all the way up, you're in 234 million years old. With trusty acid.
I just wanted to show that this blue stuff is limestone. And it's from standing water and it reacts to acid. This stuff here is gypsum and acid doesn't do nothing to it. You can, I should have showed it, but you put some acid on there and it's just like you put in water. So this blue stuff with the ripple marks is limestone from water. I got to do a big push before it gets dark. But like I say, I've got a couple flashlights. But I did it. It's been a good day.
Thank God for creatine.
Just think, a few hours ago I was way on the other side of there. That's where I went up. It went behind all that stuff. Boy, I admit I'm tired. It'll be good to get back to that van.
See, now you know what's on top there geologically. Before you didn't. That's horse spring formation upon interfacing with the sandstone.
Oh Lord.
Won't you buy me?
Heartbreak Hill. Oh boy. Deliverance.
I'm walking where the horses
There's the
were.
guardrail.
That's where the horses were in the distance.
And the van's right over there, hidden from view.
Nice picture. Pinto Valley, signature rock, about in the middle. Nice picture of the pathways radiating out. Pinto Valley again looking west. That's where I entered, right behind the shadows. Ripples. And there's the horses. See the horses in the middle? They're going to get hit. The end.